Hey guys, welcome back. The name is lukemick and this is my review for Tusk. So Tusk was a movie that I knew very little about. I knew that Kevin Smith was directing it, Justin Long was starring in it, and that it was a horror comedy. And then I found out a little bit more about it from Justin Watch's movie's review for it, and he said it was a really disturbing movie. That's what he put in the title. So I was like, okay, maybe I just want to know what he's talking about by disturbing, because this is Kevin Smith directing this movie. How can it be disturbing? And then I found out what it was really about, and I guess I'll go ahead and tell you guys what it's about in my little synopsis here. So if you don't want to know what this movie's about, then don't watch this video yet. And I would recommend going into it not knowing what it's about, because I mean, it's pretty weird. Basically, it's about Justin Long, who's a podcaster, and he decides to go up to Canada for the weekend to learn some stories. And what he does on his show is he tells his friend crazy stories, played by Haley Joel Osment, by the way, and his friend just laughs at it, and that's their podcast. And Justin Long goes to this guy's house, and this guy tells him a story about how a walrus had saved his life in his past, and Justin Long thought that was crazy, of course, and then he fainted because this guy that he was talking to in this giant house had drugged him, and what this guy plans on doing is turning Justin Long into a walrus. It's kind of like the Human Centipede meets Misery, and I thought this movie was really, really awesome. So basically, Kevin Smith got the idea for this movie by doing a podcast, because Kevin Smith does his own podcast, as most of you probably know, and he and some other guys were talking about a movie with a premise like this, and that's how this movie was made, and I think that's really, really cool. And this movie is disturbing, I guess. It was really weird, because I'm just going to go ahead and say it. You do get to see Justin Long as a walrus for the majority of this movie, and it's really weird. And when I was looking at it, when I first saw it, I was just like, what the hell should I be feeling right now? The movie is really strange, but it's directed actually very well. There are a lot of really cool zoom-ins and things like that. It makes the viewing experience very comical, and there's one character in this movie, and it's a cameo appearance, and I'm not going to tell you who it was, because it didn't even hit me. I didn't know who this guy was until after the movie was over and I looked at the cast in this movie. But this guy, he plays a French detective in this movie. He does incredible. I mean, this is probably my favorite role this guy has ever been in. He was hilarious in this movie, and the movie really is funny. It truly is, but it's also very weird and creepy, and the ending of this movie is just so over the top, and it was just such a strange movie to watch. I mean, I really don't know. The only thing that I really didn't like too much about it was that I feel like it didn't have enough suspense building up to Justin Long turning into a walrus. He basically got there, and then within 10 minutes of the movie, or 15 minutes maybe, he had been turned into a walrus. There wasn't a lot of tension and a lot of really cool scenes where he's trying to survive and get help. It's mostly just I have you now, and now you're a walrus. And this movie, it's just strange. It's really weird. I think you guys should probably check it out, especially if you're Kevin Smith fans, because it's just such a weird viewing experience. I had a lot of fun with it. My friends and I went out to the Mall of America to see this movie because it's not playing in a ton of theaters around me. So I'm going to give Tusk 3.5 out of 5 stars. I will say that there are some slow parts here and there, and I wish there would have been more time focused on Justin Long trying to escape, although there wasn't, but there are some really funny scenes in this movie. It's directed very well by Kevin Smith, and it's just a really fun movie to watch. So this is lukemick signing off. Please subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.